Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. Sometimes the solution to the problems that we're facing can come to us through the most unexpected of sources. I was thinking about this the other day. Part and parcel of our lives are the little magnetic strips that you get on ATM cards for banks, on train tickets, you get them on car parking tickets, you get them on hotel key cards. Now, these magnetic strips are becoming rarer. In fact, they are on their way out. They do have their limitations. You've maybe had the experience where you've had a hotel key in your pocket beside your mobile phone, and somehow the mobile phone wipes the information off your hotel key and you got to go all the way down to reception to get another key. And gradually those magnetic strips are being replaced by newer technology, contactless technology with the likes of car park tickets, for example. I was in a car park the other day. I said, "Oh, can I put that ticket?" A public car park. I said, "Can I put that ticket in my pocket with my phone? Maybe it'll wipe the information off." And then I looked down. There was no magnetic strip on it whatsoever. And when I went to the machine in the car park, I paid, and just as I drove towards the exit, I was driving, the ticket was in my pocket, and the barrier could read what was on the card from about 10 feet away, and the barrier opened up to let me through, which I was pretty impressed at. So the magnetic strips are on their way out, but for many years they have been a part and parcel of different aspects of our lives. Now, when magnetic strips were first being developed, there was an engineer in IBM who was working with me. He'd sort of got this idea of having a magnetic strip and how you could have it attached to a card and it would store information, but he couldn't figure out how to stick it on the card because he couldn't get the magnetic strip to stick correctly. He tried all different kinds of ways, and he was talking about it at home to somebody, and his wife was in the background and she was doing the ironing, and his wife simply said while she's doing the ironing, "Well, why don't you try fixing it on with an iron? You iron over something like that, it could stick to whatever you're trying to stick it to." And at first, his first reaction was to say, "Don't be stupid, you know nothing about it." And then he thought about it. He thought, well, hang on, that might just work. And they actually started developing the magnetic strips by using an ordinary iron and ironing them on. And then, of course, they developed machines that could apply the heat more evenly and in a quicker way. But that little comment from that guy's wife opened the way up for us to be able to use those magnetic strips on cards in all kinds of different ways for so many years. Sometimes the answer you're looking for comes from the most unexpected source, even your wife doing the ironing in the background. And I'm reminded of an occasion in the Bible whenever the answer came from an unexpected source. There was in 2 Kings chapter 5, there was a Syrian general, a mighty military man called Naaman, who was suffering from leprosy. And there was a servant girl in his household. And this servant girl was a young girl. She was an Israelite. She was basically, she had been kidnapped whenever the Syrians had been fighting the Israelites. And she had been trafficked. She was people trafficked and working as they say servant girl, but she was working as a slave. She was trafficked into childhood slavery. And yet she said to Naaman's wife, "Oh, if only my Lord could go to the prophet who is in Israel. I'm sure," speaking of Elisha, I'm sure that he could heal his leprosy." And that set in motion a chain of events that resulted in Naaman's healing. And we can read about that in our Bibles, in the Old Testament, in the second book of Kings. And it gave great glory to God. But it came about because somebody who, to be honest, even if she'd known about the prophet, could have just kept her mouth shut because she was mad at what these people had done to her. But nevertheless, she spoke out, and the answer to Naaman's problem came from a most unexpected source. Bring your requests to God in prayer, but be ready for God to answer your prayers in the most unexpected of ways. God bless you today. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.